Hey everyone, it's Mitch with Start to Finish Farming here. Today we're going to show you how we feed our pigs, our pig setup. We appreciate you watching the channel, it means a lot. We're really trying to focus more on doing our regenerative farming, and we have a long ways to go. We got a lot of things to build and a lot of animals that we want to get and be further than we are now. But we're getting there slowly but surely. We've only had the farm here for a couple of years. So if you guys are interested in seeing more of our videos and watching what we do here on the day-to-day and how we build pretty much from scratch, follow along, and if you'd like to see more, like and subscribe. Appreciate that. So let's get started by grabbing the tractor and go and feed some pigs. John Deere 4720 here. It's a nice tractor. It's actually my stepfather's. I've been borrowing it for a little while. But it's nice. It's the only tractor we have right now that has forks on it, which is good. So if you guys would like to see more videos of me working on stuff in the shop, doing oil changes, fluids, filters, welding, fabricating on all of the goodies that we have here on the farm, let me know in the comments and I can do that. So when it's not daylight, I'm in the shop. Everything's got to get fixed when you got more projects. As my grandfather always used to say, the more stuff you have, the more stuff you have to go wrong. He wasn't wrong. Let's get after it. Everybody say hello to Case over there. Best friend on the farm. Yes, I know I'm driving a John Deere, but I'm a Case IH guy. Hence the name. So actually, this is our feed bin here, which we filled up the other week for the first time using that auger that I got for a couple $100. Had to do a little bit of work to it, but that's what we do here. Got to save money every way we can. So this is the bin. It's got a little bit of feed in there. I'd say probably maybe about halfway to that cone. We finally got the auger on there installed. So we're gonna see if our feeder can fit underneath here to feed directly out of the auger. If not, we'd have to pull the feed bin out, set it outside, use that auger there, put it under this auger, feed from this auger into the big auger, then out into a gravity wagon, or out into the feeder, I guess, if we just set it here on the driveway. But if we can save that step and just grab the feeder and go under there, that would be the best case scenario. Like I said, we just got this set up. I just got that bin that I also got for just a couple $100 down the road last year. Finally got that set up. So we have not unloaded out of it yet. So this will be the first time. Case, come here. Good boy. So here are our pigs. We got 9 of them. This will be the second batch of pigs. We had one batch of pigs last year. And well, I think we only had 5. Didn't have this fence up. This fence is all new this year. We're gonna be doing more fencing over there for cattle in the future. So we put this fence up. I wanted something really strong that was going to hold them in confidently, the best that they could be. So we have that. We have 3 strands of hot wire going along the outside of it too. I'm gonna have to come through here probably this weekend and clean off this bottom wire where they've been rutting across. And got it pushed up there. So seeing that it is later in the year, their pastures aren't really growing back. We've only had these guys for maybe about a month and a half now. They're already getting really big. So I've still been splitting it up. Right now they're on this pasture. Then I still got 2 more pastures I have to build over there where that tree is once we get that tree out of here. Just to give them a little bit longer on grass. They think I'm gonna give them a nice piece of ear corn. So this is what we got left here. So I'll split this up down the center, use this for a couple weeks, then use the other side for a couple weeks, and then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. If I'm just gonna leave them up in this area so they don't beat this stuff up too much, or if I'm just gonna open it all up to them. Still gotta figure that out. Here we have their hut. Got that on an auction for $2. I think it's an old water tank, and it works great. Use straw as bedding, holds all of them in there pretty good. Here we got our feeder. This is what we're gonna try to get out of here and fill up underneath that auger. Not sure how much it holds poundage wise, so that's another thing that I have to do is using a cup and taking some measurements. Gonna get the weight of a cup of this feed, get some volume measurements, and see if I can calculate how much feed it holds. I know I can throw the feed in a 5-gallon barrel and fill it up and time it off the auger. But I'm only by myself, and that works better with a couple more people. So at least 1 more person. So here we got their water nipples. These are great. I highly recommend the water nipples if you're relatively close to water. Before we just had 55-gallon food grade barrels that we had the nipples on. But this works much better. We installed a water spigot right there last year, I believe it was. So for now, until it gets really cold, this is what we're gonna use. And then what I will probably end up doing is setting up another food grade 55-gallon drum outside this fence and then connecting this hose to a water pump inside the barrel and taking this cap off, then running another hose inside the barrel to keep it circulating. So the water's never sitting still, constantly circulating. And then I might also run a livestock water heater in there. Sorry about that. Just had a customer show up unexpectedly. We sell a lot of our pasture-raised eggs, and customers get to show up here at the house and pick them up. We used to sell them by the road at the stand, but believe it or not, we cannot hold on to eggs anymore. So pretty much we have people reserve the eggs that they want, and whatever we might have left over we put out at the stand, but it's very few and far between. So now we just suggest to all of our customers that they pretty much reserve eggs if they want to make sure they have them. So let's see how this goes. Getting this feeder filled. Not that they're all worked up. Thinking I'm going to give them some corn, but probably actually shouldn't give them their corn right where I'm going to be trying to get this tractor in here. Let's see if I can get in here without losing any pigs. Come on, get out here. Go on. Now that I've been hand feeding them corn, they're getting too curious. Okay, you want some corn? Here. Over there. Come on. All right. I think I got distracted for a few minutes here. Not trying to lose any pigs. So you can see me struggling there. The one thing I didn't account for, I thought I'd have enough room to sneak in here, was getting in here with this push hog on a tractor here. All right, well, we got the feeder out. Let's see what we can do here. Didn't lose any pigs, just counted 9. Just counted 9 again. Got the rogue chicken out from in there. Doing pretty all right, I think. I just gotta see if this thing will fit underneath that auger, then we'll be doing pretty good. There's the other coop there. My goal is either later this year or next year is to fence all this in for cows right up here in the front for the moment. Then we got our pond over there, our fields and pastures over there. So eventually what I would do is go on the back side of the pond and run an alley from this pasture up here to get to the pastures way out back. Tentative plan anyways. Come on, Case. Hey, buddy. Good boy. Let's see if we can get in here. Like I said, I haven't used this setup yet, so we're gonna find out. see what happens. I'd say that it's just about perfect right under there. Plenty of room. Awesome. Go get an extension cord here and plug that sucker in. See what happens. Pretty excited to see here. It's not really too sure how it's gonna play out. Come on, Case. He's out there messing around. Somebody just pulled in, now I'm back. Wants to go see who it is, I guess. This is our shop we got here on the farm, so my pride and joy. Oh, pretty happy with it. Still got a long way to go, but one thing we got to do is get some lights on this other side of the barn here. This is more just for bulk storage here. bulks. It's the only building we have on the property other than the house, so everything we can get stuffed into here. Nice. Now, for anybody wondering what I might need this rubber mallet for, like I said, I have not used this yet, so I don't know what's going to happen. But feed bins tend to get bridged, just like if you guys have large pasture feeders and the feeder gets all clumped together, it won't quite fall down on its own all the time. Same happens with these bins here. So hopefully I got my auger long enough in there, and hopefully I don't have a problem with it, but I guess we're going to find out. Plug this puppy in and see what happens, I guess. Perfect. Wow, that's really working great here. So far, no bridging. Sounds good. Putting out a good amount of feed. Awesome. Very happy with that. I'll be more happy once I get over here and clean some of this clutter up on the to-do list for this weekend here. Nice. If anybody wants a video on how I went over this and had to weld some patches on the bottom, got my auger in there, how I installed it, you can see it's not on a concrete base. I did that intentionally because I wasn't sure if this is where it was always going to stay, and I didn't want to go through the hassle and the money to pour a pad in here in a year or two. I'm going to want to move it somewhere else. So like I said, we're still building, so things are always changing. So I put it on some big beams on a very deep stone base, pounded some 8-foot poles into the ground, 6 inches wide, and legged it into the beams inside of the barns. There's some extra support. So we'll see how that holds up. All right, so we're just about filled up here. That worked great. Pretty quick. Here's our feed here that we feed. Now we actually grind our own feed on my fiance's family farm down the road. Used to be an old dairy farm, and sadly had to get rid of the cows last year. So they still do crops and everything like that, which is great to be able to do our own feed. So if you guys want to see a video on how we do that, our ration, the equipment that we use, let me know. But yeah, that looks great. Feed feels great. I'm happy with that. Let's back this tractor out, get this lid on, and put it away. See, right now I got, this is a lid, just a big piece of tin. That's not ideal, that's not permanent. Like I have it held on with a rock right now. So eventually what I'd like to do is cut this kind of to size and put some hinges on the feeder here so it can hinge up and down. Still have an overhang, so it comes off the side to keep the weather out, since I don't have any covers on those. But we haven't actually had any problems with feed going bad in there when it rains or the pig's not eating it, so that's been good. But just something more permanent, not having to move that rock around. Put a latch on this side, open it up, get in there. So it's on the list. It's tight, but it's definitely manageable. I'll take it. Let's get this lid and rock on and throw this thing back in there. Set this in a little bit different for ease of access, but straight in like this. I actually missed this falling off the forks and flipping up and losing a lot of the feed on the ground, so I just got done shoveling it up. Luckily one of my buddies showed up then, so got it cleaned up, 95% of it. The rest will either nibble or be into the ground, so oh well. Well, thanks for watching, guys.